So do we have anyone from Singleton here tonight? Singleton? No? Charlton? Eastdean? Anywhere in the Weald? No? We're going to play Status Quo's greatest hits, rocking all over the Weald, and there's nobody here from the Weald. I'm just a hamster in a ball, smashing into a brick wall with my tiny little legs going up and down, tiny little feet going round and round, round and round. I'm just a hamster in a cage, and I'll be here till retirement age with my tiny little legs going up and down, tiny little feet going round and round, round and round. Thought it's time to get a bit smart, probably a funeral or a wedding or something like that. I walked in there confident in my verticalness, confident that I am above average height. I'll tell you more in a minute about how confident I am, but first let's get to the disappointment. So they measured me up, and that's when they told me that I've got tiny, tiny, tiny little legs. And these are my trousers. There, they gave those to me. Tiny little legs! Who ready to go back to school? There we have a Gaussian bell curve, probably the most boring thing ever created. There is nothing more boring than this curve. It has bored people for fucking years and years. Who's been bored by this curve? Yes. Fucking Gaussian curve of boringness. Savage! they're half an inch above average height. That's like the top 50% of the population. So how come? How are these my trousers? Makes no sense. Surely, if we do a graph of overall vertical height against leg length, it's something like this. A straight line. Probably even more boring than the fucking bouncy curve, but there it is. Look at that. Above average height, above average length legs. No! I'm here! Fucking there! That's me. 5 foot 10.5 inches and tiny little legs. Oh. It just drives me up the wall. Do we have anybody else with tiny little legs, or is it just me? Okay, there we go. Someone else knows what I'm talking about. So, sir, have you got an extra long torso, do you think? Or is it your beard? Oh, there we go. Using the beard cuttings to force your head up above higher than it should be. Oh, I see. If anyone feels like calling us any messages at any point, feel free. Tiny little legs going up and down, tiny little feet. Tiny little legs going up and down, tiny little feet. Oh yes, you've got to slow the funk down. Hear me now. Thank you very much. That was an important song in my personal development.